aircraft assigned to each began dual operations in international waters within the sea on Wednesday. The dual carrier exercises come days after North Korea launched another missile into the Sea of Japan. American ships and aircraft routinely operate in international waters throughout the Western Pacific, which includes waters surrounding the Korean Peninsula. Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe vowed to work with the United States to take specific action to deter North Korea. Now, for more on the U.S. military exercises, VOA's Carla Babb joins me live from the Pentagon. Now, Carla, why are there two aircraft carriers right now in this one strip of sea?
Good evening, Vincent. Well, the USS Ronald Reagan, one of those carriers, is forward deployed to Japan, and that carrier had been undergoing maintenance in Japan. So the USS Carl Vincent, the second carrier, had been deployed to the Western Pacific while that maintenance was going on to show a U.S. presence in the region amid this growing North Korean threat.
Are there any other countries participating in these exercises?
Yes, you heard that vow from the Japanese Prime Minister, and I've been told by Navy officials that a Japanese vessel did participate in the exercises yesterday. And let's not undersell how big these exercises are. Each one of those carriers has about 5,000 U.S. sailors on board, and then in addition to those two massive carriers, each one of them are carrying a cruiser and a couple of guided destroyers with them. So this is an opportunity, Navy officials tell me, this is their chance for the combatant commander in the region to practice operational flexibility should the need for two carriers in that region ever arise.
What's next for these two carrier strike groups?
Well, the USS Carl Vincent had been deployed an extra month, in fact, to go up to the Western Pacific. So Navy officials tell me that these exercises are going to mark the end for the USS Carl Vincent strike group in that region, and they'll be leaving the region after these exercises conclude. The USS Reagan is going to continue to deploy around the Western Pacific.
Just a little bit more there. We know, as we mentioned earlier, this has been happening lately, especially after North Korea launched, those missiles. Is there, from what you're hearing, is there concern that North Korea could go a little bit crazier than that and perhaps attack somebody, maybe the neighbors?
Well, that is the major concern. We just saw, and you reported on Africa 54 yesterday, about the USS conducting a successful strike where they were able to target an ICBM, an intercontinental ballistic missile. So the U.S. feels pretty confident that should North Korea try to strike the continental U.S., they'll be able to take care of that threat. However, the problem is, what if North Korea tries to attack Seoul? There are 10 million civilians in that one city, and so the United States can't just worry about itself in the continental United States. It has to worry about its allies as well. That is the concern that is keeping people up at night, and that is why everybody is monitoring the situation in North Korea so closely.
But as we hear from other sources also, is that if possible, they would like to mitigate the situation such that nobody gets to the point where missiles are being literally fired into any country, right?
Right. That is the absolute last resort. No one wants any missiles to be going through any part of any region, and that is why the United States is not only reaching out to Japan and to South Korea, its allies, but they're also reaching out to their near-peer competitors, China, to get them involved as well.
Well, we hope for peace everywhere. Thanks a lot, Carla, for your reporting, as always. That's Carla Babb, VOA's Pentagon correspondent.